Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is really good to be back with you guys here on the YouTube. And I have been gone for a while. We're back to our travel season, and so I've been traveling a lot. And I just haven't had the time between traveling, work, family, all that fun stuff to actually get out and make a video. So here we are today with this contraption you see in front of us. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I've kind of just been calling it the Scrapyard Wilga because it's actually really good at short field landings and takeoffs, and it kind of looks like one in a weird roundabout way. This is a freeware airplane that is found on the flightsim.to, and this airport is also from the flightsim.to. This should be Lone Pine. It's out in the Mojave Desert. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the airplane and take a look at it. So first things first, we'll go ahead and take a look at the exterior of the airplane. So here we are parked. We can see that the local guys went ahead and booted our airplane. Apparently it must not have been attractive enough for this beautiful community. See, we got a real nice 5-blade propeller. Got some nice looking big beefy tires that will get us just about anywhere we want to go. Got a race car seat up front. Right next to our race car seat is our fuel tank. Then we have this massive V12 engine right here in the middle. We got some ballast hanging down off the bottom of the airplane right there. You know, just keep weight and balance good. We do have a virtual cockpit, which you can start to see. We got our wings, got our flaps, got this real protective cover over top. Rocking our SpaceX tail. And our license plate that says Scrapyard Monster. Overall, really good looking airplane on the outside with the cones, trash, tie downs. Looks really good from the outside. And we can even come in and actually read some labels. So like underneath, I believe it's this wing, we got Dunder Mifflin. And then coming over here, we can actually read the fuel tank, which is pretty sweet. It actually modeled very well for being kind of a monstrosity, but it's a good looking monstrosity and it flies well. So now we'll go ahead, hop inside the airplane, get it fired up, and take it for a quick lap around the airport. Okay, everyone, so here we are inside of the Scrapyard Monster. You'll notice we're in a different location. I'm apparently having some form of computer issue, so this is take 2. We'll see how well it goes. But as you can see, it does have a very nicely modeled virtual cockpit. And to go ahead and get things started, first of all, let's go ahead and remove this canopy. And we got this wonderful guy right up here. To remove the canopy, we click that carabiner. And then to remove our boot on the right wheel, and our tie downs, our cones, and also this other carabiner holding our prop in place, we'll go ahead and disengage the parking brake. We do have our feet on the brakes. It says field inspection, don't operate, but we want to go ahead and operate the aircraft. Love that sound. Battery, alternator on. Our fuel pump, not our fuel pump, our fuel valve. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Valve can go to open. We'll go ahead and engage our fuel pump. Turn our beacon and our nav. We need to make sure props back and crack the throttle. That should be good enough right there. Go ahead, insert a credit. And let's see if we can't get this thing started right away. And she's alive. So just go over some basics on the inside of the aircraft. There's our trim. Right here is our flap handle. We got a G meter, our speed, altitude, attitude, navigation, manifold pressure, RPM, vertical speed, and turn coordinator. Go ahead and flip the avionics to on. You actually got to turn each radio on individually. Same with our not our altimeter, our transponder. Have to turn it on individually. Got a couple other gauges over here. Here's all of our lights. And then we got circuit breakers. Got oil pressure, temperature, fuel pressure, suction, all right there. Once again, throttle, prop. We do have this neat little iPad, which if you click these little suction cup magnet looking things, That'll go ahead and throw our iPad right up there, and we'll leave it there. This aircraft does have a fuel tank right next to you, and we are powered by Monster. There's our engine, this guy right here, and this guy right there. Those are our lights for the cockpit. And this is our gear lever. So with that, let's go ahead, get down to the runway, and let's get taken off before I have too many other computer issues. Which, I do have a hard time steering this on the ground. I don't know why. It's not I have a hard time with it, so I like to give it full forward nose, and once we get enough speed, it seems to steer a little bit better. And, oh, come on. There we go. There we go. So I want to demonstrate this airplane's STOL capability, so we're going to go ahead and bring the flaps down. And I don't know why I'm looking there. So our flaps are coming down. We're going to go ahead and give it some throttle, but first we might want to bring that prop all the way forward. That'd be helpful. So there's our prop. Go ahead and give it some more throttle. And there we go, and we're off, which that is so much better than the last takeoff I did in the earlier video that I tried to do. So now we'll go ahead and bring the flaps up, and we'll do a real quick pattern around the airport since I'm having some computer issues. But first things first, headphone users beware, we're going to hop outside the aircraft. So we'll go ahead and bring that landing gear up. And if you take a look right behind our main landing gear, right here, that's our ballast, which if we hop back inside the airplane, and we come right here, we'll go right there, like that, and when we look back outside, you can see our ballast fly away. We do give off a real nice smoke trail, because why not? We are the Scrapyard monster after all. Now let's get turning back to the airport now that we went ahead and dropped that ballast. And I will have to say, overall, this airplane is amazing. I really love it. It flies awesome. You can take off and land in, I don't know, maybe 50 feet. It's incredible, especially if you're into the wind. It has a great thrust to weight ratio, so like, let me zoom out my view here. And we're just going to give it a bunch of throttle and pitch this thing up. There's full throttle pitched up. Right now we're maintaining our speed at right about 90 knots. If we pitch it up even more, we still just want to keep on flying. It is absolutely amazing. And we'll go ahead and keep this pitch. Just go ahead and bring the power back, show you how it stalls. And we got a little bit of a roll on that one. But stalls really well, flies really well. This thing's actually a blast to fly. I'm very happy with having downloaded this and flying it around. I did take it out to Wake Island here yesterday just to kind of experiment with it before I did this video, get familiar with the airplane, figure out how it works, how to start it, how to fly it, all that fun stuff. And I actually managed to get it all the way up to, I think, 22,000 feet. This thing, man, it can fly, and it can fly high. If I had to criticize anything on the airplane, it would be the sound or lack of sound in the cockpit. Like when we hopped outside, you could hear how much louder it is. We are essentially flying a convertible, and it's just very quiet in here. There's no wind noise. The airplane engine noise is dumbed down, even though our engine is right there. You'd think it would be louder in here than outside, actually. But that's a very minor nitpicky thing, and it's really, if I had to criticize one thing at all about the airplane, it's that. Otherwise, the modeling on this from the outside to the inside is just absolutely phenomenal. Especially for a free plane. I saw this on flightsim.to while I was actually just going to go update my other mods. I believe it was on their featured list, and I saw it in... the second I saw it, looked at the couple pictures, I knew it was something I was going to have to download just to give it a whirl, just because it's kind of a monstrosity looking thing, but it's really fun to fly. Can't complain at all. So there's Lone Pine. So we're going to go ahead and drop the landing gear from the inside this time, and I love this sound. I love that pop. It's just awesome. And the animations on the landing gear are great. One thing I did forget to go over is we can honk the horn here. So that's kind of fun. But a little fun add-on to it. And I'm going to do my best to give us a nice short landing without just destroying this airplane. And we're going to land on the dirt runway. That's right up here, just about in front of us. So we're going to go ahead, bring in the flaps now. Start slowing us down. And the G meter does work. I did forget to turn on our landing light, and it's stupid bright, but once we land, I'll go ahead and show all the outside lights and the inside lights. So let's give it some more power because we're getting a little slow. Now that's too much power. I gave it a little bit too much. That's okay, don't want us to crash. So just ride that stall horn to the ground. And there we go, we are stopped. So now I'm going to go ahead, set the parking brake, and show you guys the lights. Alright, so for the lights, we're just going to do this real simple, and let's do inside first. Go time of day, make it nice and dark. So as you can see, we got our headlamp on. So what we'll do is we'll just zoom in to panel. Got our nice panel lights. Here's our glare shield. Looks real nice. Cockpit, we got red, and you can see them lighting up red right there and right there. We also have white. Then we have off. Then we have an engine light, which is actually kind of cool. I'm excited to see what that looks like from the outside, but already looking at that, it looks awesome. And our exterior lighting from the outside, we got that really nice bright landing light. So now we'll go ahead and hop outside. So headphone users, beware. So as you can see, we do have that very bright landing light, which I'm going to go ahead and turn off just so we can see the rest of the lighting. Oh, that engine light looks sweet. Look at that. Get that real nice bright beacon. Oh, is our strobe not on? Our strobe is not on. There we go. We got a nice looking strobe light. It reflects off the ground. All the lights do. Forward and rear navigation lights. Got a beacon on the tail, beacon on the roof. I love those engine lights. That's awesome. And now we'll go ahead and hop outside and show you the lights again from in the daytime. And now we'll go ahead, flip that landing light back on. As you can see, even in the daytime, it is very bright. We can still see the strobes, the navs, the engine lights, all that from the outside. And so now we'll just go ahead and get off the runway and go over the shutdown of the airplane. Let's go ahead and get that iPad out of our way. Just because I'm not good at taxiing this. This is full left rudder, by the way. I'm not good at taxiing this. We're just going to come off here to the grass, and we'll park it right here. We're going to give it just a little bit of throttle. We're going to go ahead, hit the parking brake. We will slowly bring back our propeller. Going to give it just a little bit more throttle just to keep it from killing the engine. And then my favorite thing, the snooze button right here. And there we go. She shut down. We just got to get all of our switches flipped off, which looks like it actually did most of it for us. And then we'll close the fuel valve. But that is it. That is this airplane. And as you can see, we got everything up except for the, like the prop holder, or I don't know what that'd be called. You know, those lines that were holding the propeller when we first fired it up. Got our boot back on, tied down, got some trash cones. That's the airplane, guys. It is a super fun little airplane. I'll put a link to it in the description, but I found it on flightsim.to. And if you got the memory to spare, I would totally recommend it. This thing is a blast to fly. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up before I come across any weird graphics issues again. And I will see you guys on the next video.